Here's a real thing that happens. Someone watches a finance video, nods along for 10 minutes, closes the app, and then does absolutely nothing differently for the next 6 months. Not because they're lazy, not because they don't care, but because the video gave them the feeling of learning without actually teaching them anything they could use on a Tuesday afternoon. That disconnect between finance content that sounds smart and finance content that actually changes your life is the entire reason I built this channel. My name is Andy, and welcome to Andy Explains Money. Let me tell you who I am, because I think it matters. I'm not a Wall Street guy. I've never managed a hedge fund. I don't have letters after my name. What I am is someone who got obsessed with this stuff years ago and never stopped. Money, investing, compounding, tax strategy, the psychology behind why we spend the way we do, I read about it before bed. I run spreadsheets on weekends for fun. I've listened to more earnings calls and economic podcasts than is probably healthy for one person. Personal finance isn't my job. It's the thing my brain wanders toward when it has nothing else to do. And the reason I finally decided to start a channel is that I kept watching the same pattern repeat itself with people in my life. Smart, hardworking, capable adults who were getting absolutely demolished by a system they were never taught to read. Not because they were bad with money, because nobody had ever shown them the actual rules of the game. They were playing chess while the pieces moved on their own. Think about it this way. If you handed a total stranger the controls of an airplane and told them to land it safely, you wouldn't blame them when it crashed. You'd blame whoever gave them the controls. But that's exactly what our society does with money. We hand 20-year-olds credit cards, car loans, student debt, 401k paperwork, and mortgage applications, and then we act surprised when half of them end up in financial turbulence by 35. Nobody taught them the instruments. Nobody explained the weather. We just handed them the stick and said, "Good luck." And I don't think that's their fault. I think it's a design flaw. Here's what gets me. We spent years in school learning things most of us have never touched since the day we walked across a graduation stage. I could still vaguely diagram a sentence. I remember roughly what a rhombus is. I know the periodic table exists, but nobody in any classroom I ever sat in explained how interest actually compounds against you on a credit card. Nobody explained why the house you can afford on paper is usually not the house you can actually afford in real life. Nobody explained that the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make, where you live, what you drive, how you invest, all come down to math that takes about 20 minutes to understand and a lifetime to ignore. So that's the gap I want to close on this channel. Not with jargon, not with hype, not with some 10 stocks that will change your life nonsense that ages like milk the second the market moves. Just with the actual, unsexy, deeply useful stuff that most finance channels skip because it doesn't get clicks on thumbnails. Here's what this channel is not going to do. I'm not going to lecture you about cutting your streaming subscriptions. I'm not going to tell you the reason you're not wealthy is a pizza you ordered last Friday. That kind of advice treats symptoms while the actual disease runs wild. Because the truth is, the small stuff almost never decides whether you build wealth. The big stuff does. And the big stuff is boring, quiet, and completely invisible if nobody points it out to you. I'll give you a preview of the kind of thing we're going to talk about. Why your rent or mortgage is doing more damage to your future than any other number in your life, and how to actually calculate what you can afford instead of what a bank tells you. Why the people who look the wealthiest in your neighborhood are often the ones drowning the fastest, and the quiet ones with the modest houses are the ones who actually own their lives. Why investing doesn't need to be complicated to work, and why most people make it complicated specifically because they don't trust that something this simple could actually be this powerful. We're going to talk about the psychology of lifestyle creep, that slow, invisible upgrade cycle where your expenses rise to match every raise you've ever gotten, so you end up feeling exactly as stretched at $80,000 as you did at $50,000. We're going to talk about why patience is the single most undervalued skill in personal finance, and why the market rewards people who do almost nothing over people who do a lot. We're going to talk about the difference between looking successful and actually being successful, because in my experience, they're almost opposites. Here's the thing I want you to understand before we get into any of it. Building wealth is not about being smart. It's not about being lucky. It's not about picking the right stock or timing the right dip. It's about understanding a handful of rules that almost nobody teaches, and then being willing to apply them consistently, while everyone around you chases the next shiny thing. That's it. That's the whole game. The people who win aren't the ones running the fastest. They're the ones running in the right direction. My goal is to give you that direction. Not someday, not eventually, right now. Because the decisions you're making this month with your money are quietly deciding what the next 10 years of your life are going to look like, whether you realize it or not. So if you're tired of finance content that leaves you more confused than when you started, you're in the right place. Subscribe, stick around, and I'll see you in the first real video very soon. Let's build something.